How do you forge a team in a sport driven by individual excellence? You do it by creating one common goal, to make the man standing next to you better. You work and sweat, all in the pursuit of perfection. And when you begin to achieve your goals, great things happen. Then comes the biggest challenge, taking on the Ivy. You were close in the past, but now the team starts to gel. It all starts at 1-0, which quickly becomes 5-0. And then the moment, a win over Princeton to complete the ultimate dream, a perfect 7-0 league season. And when you look back on the season, an individual takes the court to win a match, but teammates push each other to perfection. And welcome in everyone to the Dick Savage Tennis Center here at the Baker Athletics Complex in New York as we celebrate the 2013-2014 Ivy League Championship for the Columbia Lions in men's tennis. It's a privilege to welcome in the two coaches here at Columbia, the Columbia alumni and friends, head coach of men's tennis, Bid Goswami, and also associate head coach as well, Howard Endelman. Gentlemen, thanks so much for taking some time with us. You just wrapped up a short time ago winning 4-love in the regular season finale against Princeton. Coach, if you would just kind of take us through today, your preparations, getting ready for the regular season matchup, and knowing that you had a share of the championship, but with a win against Princeton, you could win it outright today.
Right. We had met yesterday, and I was telling the boys that our job was done from September on, and for some of them even started in the summer. So we were very disappointed the last 2 years. 2 bad weekends. One time we had some injuries. The other time we played in terrible conditions at Dartmouth, and I was more disappointed for the team because I felt this was as good a team that we had, and we came in second both years. So I was happy to get the monkey off my back to at least win this thing. We started with a lot of different goals, and I think we fulfilled every goal. So from today on, there will be another goal to do well in the NCAAs. But we did phenomenally in the indoor nationals, winning a national championship, which is the first time for Columbia in the doubles. And Winston has been around top 10 the whole year. Ashok and Max have been top 10 the whole year. So now it's culminated with a good Ivy championship. We didn't want to share. I mean, we were too good to share. I mean, think about it. We played 42 singles matches and we lost 1. So that shows that it was a really good team, and we didn't want to come in and have something going wrong.
Coach Endelman, I saw you first after the final singles match wrapped up today to win 4-love over Princeton. Emotion. There was some emotion there. You got caught up on it, and obviously. Was that out of nowhere, or was that sort of maybe expected?
No, I think I don't think it was expected at all. These guys have been probably the most committed and dedicated group of players we've ever had at Columbia any year, and just this was the culmination of 3 years of hard work, of doing the little things right every day, and just keep pushing and just believing that you could be a lot better than other people might think you can be, or even you think you can be. So I think there was a little bit of emotion there. I was on the other side with Mike, the last match on over there, so I couldn't see what was going on with Dragos, but I could certainly see the reaction, and it was a very emotional time. Bid brought me back in 2010. I was his first recruit back in 1983, and I was privileged to come back to Columbia, and certainly it's been an honor to work here with BID and to work with this group of guys.
We're going to get into some of that history from the 1980s. You were part of the '84 Ivy League championship team, and then again as a senior in 1987. 20-1 this year for the Columbia men's tennis team, 2013-2014 Ivy League champions once again. Coach, if we talk about winning 18 in a row to wrap up the regular season, or going 7-0 in the Ivy League, what numbers, because we love numbers in sports, what numbers sort of stick out for you that are most impressive?
Well, I think 18-0, I think if you look at it, it's probably the longest streak in Division I college tennis this year. So I think we're a recipient of a really good record to be 18 matches, which shows consistency of the guys. So 30 years ago, you know, when you're talking about being emotional, 30 years ago on April 22nd, 1984, we beat Princeton here when we were down 2-4, and that time they used to play 9 matches. So we came back and won all 3 doubles to win 5-4 and they had a really good team with Ted Farnsworth, who won the national indoors that year. So probably he's emotional about that it could happen in 30 years from pretty much the date today that we came back. It was a lot tougher then. So I think these guys are unbelievable.
When you take a look at today's matches, you won the 2 in doubles and you got the point there. Then you win the 3 matches in singles right off the bat to win 4-love against Princeton. What did you take away from today in the regular season finale for what is still a very young program here with all the juniors and sophomores and the underclassmen that you have here with the Lions?
You want to take it?
I got one more for you.
Oh, okay. So I think, you know, today was pretty much the same as we have been doing the whole year. I mean, we started off not playing as good doubles. I mean, we lost the doubles point at Dartmouth, at the ECAC to Dartmouth and Princeton. We lost a doubles match at TCU, SMU, and Middle Tennessee. But we persevered and we fought like mad to win those matches 4-3 a lot of times. And I knew that as soon as we start winning the doubles point will be a totally different game. And it showed in the finals when we played Harvard. We won the doubles point and we went 4-0, and since then we hadn't looked back. I think the doubles is so critical, and even today, the doubles is close. I think if you had asked me what we improved most, I think we are gelling in the doubles right now. I think you know, it's not easy to go in this 8-game pro set to go 7-0 in doubles, and we did that. In the last few matches, we just won all our doubles point. Howard has a lot to do with it. We kind of have a great system going. You know, we work every day pretty much doubles for even if it's half an hour and do a lot of drills. And I think that did help us a lot, I think. And I think these guys are getting confident in their volleys. Like Winston, I think he's developing to be a better singles player because of his good volleys in doubles.
Coach Endelman, a history lesson, if you will. Do the young men on this Columbia team 2013, 2014, do they realize what you accomplished back in the 1980s? Or is there a little bit of, hey, when I was here at Columbia, you still have the advantage, 2-1, but they still have some time on their side here.
I think they just, you know, they look at me as an old guy. They look at BID as an older guy, but they certainly look at me as an old guy. But I think, you know, the guys here know about the tradition at Columbia and just the tradition of excellence and doing things the right way. And I think it inspires them to do a lot better than maybe they thought they could. It's very, very aspirational. So yeah, I think they kind of know a little bit about the history, but to their credit, you know, these guys are making their own history. I don't think any team, I know no team at Columbia has accomplished what these guys have so far at the national level, for sure. And there's a long way to go there as well.
BID Goswami, head coach here at Columbia, congratulations. Thank you so much. Coach Endelman, thank you so much. Congratulations as well. We've got plenty more to do here at Columbia. When we come back, we'll be joined by Winston Lin, one of the top singles players in the country, as we continue.
Pulitzer Prize-winning author Herman Wouk once wrote, Within the rectilinear boundaries of 114th Street and 120th Street, of Broadway and Morningside Drive, there is a peaceful oasis of the life of the mind, defiantly independent of the surrounding marketplace racket of Manhattan. The best things of the moment were outside the rectangle of Columbia. The best things of all human history and thought were inside. If only you had the sense, you could spend 4 years in an unforgettably exciting and improving alternation between two realms of magic. That doubled magic is lasting me a lifetime. All my writings, such as they are, trace back in one sense or another to my 4 years at Columbia.
Joined by junior Winston Lin, currently ranked 15th nationally. He's the #1 singles player here at Columbia. We're also joined by assistant coach as well, Bogdan Borda. Gentlemen, congratulations. Bogdan, you were part of the team in 2009 that won the Ivy League. This is the fourth, by the way, since 2007 for the Lions. Give us an idea of what it was like for you today to win this one outright as a coach.
Sure. It was an unbelievable experience. I mean, winning the Ivy League title as a player and then coming back and be part of such an amazing group of individuals, starting with coaches and the players. It was an unbelievable experience, and we have probably one of the greatest fans in the country. And being part of this alumni family and being able to help out the guys after being a player here was undescribable. So,
Winston, let's get into it with you. Bogdan mentioned winning with teammates, yes, but friends and family as well. You had some family members here today to watch you guys capture this Ivy League title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really special, especially to have my family here. They try as hard as they can to come to as many of the matches as they can, and it's a little special because my dad coached me growing up. I hit with my brother growing up. My mom has always been supportive of me.
You won in doubles today with Mike Vermeer. Give us an idea as to your opening doubles match today against Princeton. What was working well for you and Mike today? Because again, like we saw earlier with Ashok and Max, you're sort of that cool, calm, and collective, and Mike's got a little bit of fire. And I think from an outsider's point of view, that works because it brings a little bit of a personality out in you as well.
I think we, do well together as a team. He definitely brings the fire, and I'll keep it a little more even keel. So he gets me fired up, and I can bring him down when he's getting a little too excited. But yeah, it was really good today. We played well.
Was it before the season, during the season, or late in the season where you knew that this team, ranked nationally as high this year as 17th, that matches a school record from back in 1987? At what point did you know, okay, we've got a special group here. A lot of us are now juniors. This is the year where we're making some strides and we're maybe making other programs around the country take notice of Columbia.
I think we've known, from the first day of school, not in terms of, how many matches we win or what ranking we can get, but that we have a really committed group of guys that will work hard for each other. So coming in from the fall, we all knew what we had to do, and the pieces just kind of fell into place in the matches that we won.
As the #1 singles player here at Columbia, you've got to get up. You're the guy that's marked by opposing schools each and every time you guys have a match on the schedule. Is that more of a physical toll during the course of a year, or perhaps more emotional?
I think definitely emotional. It's a tricky mental battle to know that guys are always going to be gunning for you, especially I don't get to play many guys ranked higher than me, so maybe almost all the guys that I've played are ranked lower. So it gets a little tricky sometimes and pretty tough when they just come out swinging with nothing to lose.
What's the key for you to match that? Do you sort of take a wait-and-see approach and have a patient approach, or will you try to match them occasionally when they're coming out with a lot of emotion and, like you said, hitting big early on?
Well, I think my game style is it's always been kind of just play the same level the whole match, and if they hit winners all the time, there's not much I can do, but chances are they're not going to be able to sustain it the whole match. So I also think I'm in pretty good shape physically, so I'm really confident that I'll be able to last 3-4 hours, however long it takes.
Thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes with us.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and still plenty of tennis ahead here in your junior campaign. Wish you all the best going forward in the postseason.
Okay, thank you.
We'll continue from the Dick Savage Tennis Center here at the Baker Athletics Complex, and we'll have more on the 2013-2014 Ivy League champions in men's tennis, Columbia Lions, 7-0 in the Ivy League this year, and now 20-1 overall.
Make your next special occasion extraordinary. Experience Bateau, New York, birthdays and anniversaries, group outings, or gathering with friends. Enjoy the sophistication of this exquisite European-inspired all-glass dining vessel with views you won't find anywhere else. Plan your celebration today. BateauNewYork.com.
And we continue from the Dick Savage Tennis Center here at the Baker Athletics Complex as we take a look at the 2013-2014 men's championship team in the Ivy League for men's tennis. Right now we're joined by the doubles tandem, ranked as high as number 7 in the nation this year, entering the final week of the regular season here at Columbia with the Lions, ranked number 10th nationally. Ashok Narayama and Max Schnorr join us now. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Ashok, we'll start with you. Congratulations. It's been a couple of minutes since you lifted this. I want to ask you first, is this heavy?
It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy.
Well worth it.
Yeah.
Take us through your day today, because you guys in doubles obviously set the tone. You got the point today. You won both. You got the point out of the way. Then you got into your singles matchups. But as you guys prepared for the final regular season matchup against Princeton, what were some of the things that you and Max sort of went through to get that momentum here in the finale?
We always stress just doing things the right way every day in practice, week in, week out. So we actually didn't want to change anything. I think we wanted to keep staying with our program that we've developed over the past 2.5 years of playing together. And, doing that helps us play our best on match day.
We knew it was going to be a competitive type match with them. We played them at ECA season. It was a battle to the end. So I was really happy that we got 4 points and we could just come out of here with a win.
This isn't a culmination because you guys are still underclassmen here at Columbia, but this is the reward for all the hard work. Ashok, as you mentioned, 2.5 years of being together in doubles. Is this sort of that's that next step? Coach earlier talked about, okay, we've reached a goal. Now you're going to set another one, maybe as early as after this was all over today, or maybe even tomorrow, to sort of take it all in. But is this sort of a culmination right now for the two of you?
Yeah, I think we've had multiple goals as a team, so we just want to keep progressing and keep getting better and getting the good results that we have been. But it all starts with working hard in practice and preparing like professionals in everything we do. So for Max and I think we it's great to get the individual results, but it means much more when we win as a team.
There was a volley. I'll have you both answer it. Max, we'll start with you. There was a volley today. All four of you guys were sort of coming to the net. It was back and forth, and you had sort of that look at each other as you won the point, and that sort of really got things going. Can a point like that sort of carry the momentum throughout the rest of the game, throughout the rest of a set?
Absolutely. I mean, I remember that point. We were over there. It was a fun point for us just because we were talking so much during the point. Me, you. And then Ashok hit a great shot to end it. Yeah, I mean, it really fired us up to get a point like that. It's sometimes you win a point, and it's something that you win it in a way that you've been working on, for the last few weeks. And he had a great volley, and it fired me up a lot. So yeah.
Ashok, Max mentions being fired up. He seems like he's sort of that fire. You're the ice. You're sort of cool, calm, and collected out there. Accurate in that assessment?
I think it depends on the day, actually.
Okay.
So, depending on how we're feeling or, whatever, I think we complement each other very well. Not just, emotionally in terms of getting fired up, but he's the big server. He has the big game. He can play phenomenal at times. And then I might be the guy who tries to keep it more steady. I try to do more finesse stuff. But I think that's something that's helped us as a team, is just complementing each other in many different ways.
Earlier this year, you won the doubles championship in the intercollegiate matchup that you had. From there to there, was that sort of that next stepping point for you guys, and did that sort of carry some momentum late in the regular season as you guys sort of wore on here with the full academic load and also with tennis?
Well, I think that gave us the belief, winning, we got the tangible result knowing that we could beat any team. We beat the number one team in the country at the time. And I think that gave us a lot of confidence in tight matches when we played Michigan, TCU, throughout the regular season, that we can beat any team. And at the same time, you have a target on your back. And so there were matches where we felt like we were the favorites and we had to deal with that pressure, and I think we did it pretty well. So that, yeah, there's that too.
Give us an idea from your standpoint as you came into this year. Are there moments where you, in doubles tennis, where you can get on him and you know him 2.5 years after you guys embarked on this? And was there a moment this year where you got on Max a little bit? And I'll ask Max, you can go back as well at Ashok, but is there a moment this year where you had to sort of light that fire, as we mentioned earlier, to get going back in with a focus, or just something that away from tennis?
Yeah, I think it happens all the time, actually. Never when we're playing a real match on match day, but during the week we get on each other a lot. And Howie, our coach, who he works with us, he's been working with us since freshman year. He gets on us all the time as well if we're not doing things the right way. So I think it's a healthy thing for us, though. We said freshman year, don't take anything personally. This is all just to get better. And since then, we've been really critical of each other, and I think it's helped us along the way.
Ashok, Max, thank you so much. Enjoy that. I know you have friends and family still here. Enjoy this for the next couple of days as you get ready for regionals.
Thank you.
We'll continue from the Dick Savit Tennis Center here at the Baker Athletics Complex. More on the 2013-2014 Columbia Men's Tennis Championship in Ivy League Tennis. Again, a 4-love victory over Princeton today, and Columbia, the Lions, 7-0, perfect. They did it back in 2010. They do it again here in 2014 in the Ivy League.
Well, you feel like crap. You don't have anything to look forward to. and it just eats at you. What's your purpose? You don't have one anymore. I just want to go back to the war and feel like I'm important again and I have a purpose. That's all I wanted to do. But I realize now that's not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. It's over for me. But I can go forward now. I have something to look forward to. I'd like to tell Dr. Suker a big thank you. Everybody thanks us, and that's great. I'm glad we get that. It feels good. But I have to thank all these other people who are involved in this, who are the ones who are going to make a difference in soldiers' lives. There's a lot of dedicated people out there, and I want to thank all of them. And just feeling better, being able to sleep, a full night's sleep, it's remarkable. It's very remarkable.
We are joined by Mike Vermeer, sophomore, and also Bert Van Cura, a junior. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes with us. And Bert, we'll start with you as you got ready for today against Princeton. Kind of give us an idea. You knew coming in you had a share of the Ivy League title, and sort of been a theme here. But with a win today, and you did win 4-0 over Princeton, you win it outright. A little more satisfaction as you guys hoist this trophy up behind us and celebrate with not only your teammates but friends and family too here at the Savage Center?
Yeah, for sure. I think when we beat Penn, we were all pretty happy that we at least got a share, but I think that we all knew that the goal was to win it outright. And I think we just knew that if we kind of focused on playing good tennis like we have the whole season, that we'd have a good shot at it. So feels great now.
After you celebrated, you're local from the New York area, from Long Island. After you celebrated with your teammates, who were some of perhaps the family and friends that you sought out to celebrate with?
Just, I think my teammates, most of all. After kind of all we've been through together, it just feels great to celebrate with them. The coaches for sure, and the friends and family that came out to watch.
Mike, you got things going in your doubles match today with Winston, winning that one. You get the point early on. Give us an idea from your vantage point with Winston, because you guys sort of have different personalities, but it plays and it leads to success.
Yeah, I mean, we have been working hard a lot and focused a lot in doubles, and now in practice as well, we have been focusing more on playing together as a team. And I think we have been working really hard, and I think that shows off after on the court.
During your singles match today, did you have an idea as to what was going on the other courts, or were you simply focused on your match?
I tried to focus just on my match, but it's difficult. I had an idea what was going on court 4 and 5 because I can see, but on the other side of the bubble, it's tough to see what is really going on. But I tried to maintain focus and just focus on my own game and play my set.
Bert, this year, where did you perhaps meet expectations? Where did you perhaps go beyond and meet expectations that were there for you?
Well, I think it started when we played one of our first dual matches at Georgia. And they're one of the top teams in the country. They made the semis of the NCAA tournament last year. And we played them really, really close. We thought we had chances to win that in Athens. So that was kind of really, a really positive signal for us. We thought we could go very far this year. And I wouldn't say that we set kind of specific goals. I think, of course, we wanted to win the Ivy League title. But we just thought that if we work hard and do the little things right, that kind of everything will fall into place.
Coach Endelman joined us earlier and talked about his history here as a player from the 1980s, winning 1984, winning 1987. The banners are up here at the Savage Tennis Center. Do you know the history? Did you know the history of Coach Endelman coming in here? Because you guys have sort of hit some benchmarks that his teams, that he was a part of in the 80s.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know the highest program ranking before this year was 17 in the country, Howie's senior year, when he was the captain on that 87 team. And we matched that this year, got to 17 in the country. So yeah, I mean, it's really special.
Give us an idea what you've won the Ivy League 7-0 in the H&8. Give us an idea now as you guys prepare for regionals. There's a little bit of a layoff here, but I would imagine you guys are right back to work, probably as early as the next couple of days.
Yeah, it'll be tough. I mean, we have also final exams to prepare for between now and then. But we'll take a few days off, enjoy this for sure, and then get back to work.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Enjoy it, and enjoy this with your teammates and your coaches as well.
Thank you.
And then there's Fairway Markets. We're about low prices, to be sure, but we're also about the people who work here. Fairway people are about food. Fairway people are recognized as the authority for their particular specialty. What we like is talking to you about what you're serving for dinner tonight. You see, we love food. It just so happens that our love for food has been transubstantiated by our place in the realm of gastronomy. We're world-class food halls. We're the go-to destination for millions who want not just low prices and not just a vast array of organic fruits and vegetables and not just cutting-edge, high-end, restaurant-quality ingredients, but who want the experience, the Fairway experience of being in the midst of a perpetual celebration of that which makes life worth living. Food. Fairway. Like no other market.
And that is going to do it for us from the Dick Savage Tennis Center here at the Baker Athletics Complex in New York. Columbia Lions victorious today against Princeton, winning 4-0 in the regular season finale. Columbia perfect, 7-0 in the Ivy League, 20-1 now on the season as they get ready for regionals. For our entire crew, I'm Steve Lennox saying so long from New York. Once again, for more information on Columbia Lions men's tennis, log on to GoColumbiaLions.com.